Less. Yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to from Azeroth. Here, your friend Shalop will be getting back to streaming again. I apologize since I didn't stream since what, Tuesday or Monday. We got some issues about health issues, and I just put my dog there on the screen. Yeah, we got a heavy flu here around, so I apologize in advance if I sneeze or Kuma sneeze on the background. Both of us now is being slapped. We're not sure about it was the heavy pollen here in North Carolina or we caught something, you know, a delivery package or whatever. But here, I'm gonna try to have some activity here. Uh, Only I did early stuff off stream a little bit in my main. Now I'm gonna check here with my Alda Dwarfy. Okay, what we got? Biker gangs, spare tire, and a ring. Of course, I don't need rings. About the and what is this? This is a champion and another champion. But Dorothy has champion, hero. It's a no-brainer. I'm gonna take the shield since he has his 4 set.
Botrix. Said Botrix has correctly joined the channel.
Oh, welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna take the shield since I don't need a ring. Since I got the Jaster's ring like 2 weeks ago.
Party,
so I don't need a ring, and I'm gonna take the shield. Since it's hero, I'm wearing champion. It's a hi Tianjie. How many dungeons you have done? Tianjie. How many dungeons you have done? You just finished? What you got?
Trinket. That's supposed to be an F tier trinket, right?
Oh.
The machine
Oh,
must be
jeez.
preserved. Our
Maybe.
repair efforts would
Oh,
not
okay.
be
It's
possible
the.
without you.
Yeah, in my experience, not
Work
always.
cycle
Welcome to the party, pal.
interrupted.
Time walking don't give too much, you know.
Definitely
Yeah, definitely it is.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah, just a
pal.
personal thing is that.
Dream Off Morning says, how is it going in Azeroth?
Hey, Dream of Morning. Hello. Well, let me tell you something. I just logged in. After a few days to dealing with the flu, I was able to log in again. Well, so far, I've just visited my Great Vault. I got a shield. Then it's a hero one. I'm only gonna change this. Not much exciting thing in the Great Ball, but it is what it is. Still happy because in this dwarf I have uh,
Welcome to the party, pal.
4-tier piece. So the activities this week aren't so much stimulating for me because time walking is one of my less favorite activities. One, because it's everything about surging, and I know if I say surging, probably gonna be then what is the problem? Just getting a free piece of gear for do something without effort, right? That's the idea about the time walking, but I don't enjoy that. You know, is this just
Welcome to the party, pal.
running and then get something? I prefer deal with delves and maybe try some Mythic Plus, but I'm not sure if I have the energy because I got this flu all this week. Okay, it's starting the show here. I'm gonna try to get a key, I guess, if I am lucky. Sankey gonna run time walking? Okay, I can go with you if you want, but I just gonna check the theater. And how about you, Dream of Warning? How are you doing? How is going the things in the game for you? I imagine you play WoW,
Would you like a
obviously,
program?
right?
A messy stage makes for real broken legs.
Accept that.
Best clean it up.
Okay. Where is my fan? Here it is.
Come back soon.
Cinder
Always
Bruce
something
Spill.
new.
Okay, let's do that fast. This is a lot of people. I'm amazed there's a lot of people on Friday still in the theater. Activity.
I did this morning or yesterday, and there was like 3 of us.
Yeah, that happened with my DK. Like the same Tuesday that I play a little bit before say, I'm gonna go bed. And yeah, well, not Tuesday.
Give your best
Was
performance.
the next
Dream
day.
of Morning says, I don't have a sub right now, but I mainly play PvP.
Oh, nice. What class you play in PvP? And another important question, what faction? I'm always curious about the faction. I play both. So I don't have an issue about it.
Dream of Morning says whatever is meta in the current moment.
Okay. Yeah, I don't play PvP too much. I watch some content creators in the Red Tube platform. I guess I watch Ben Rookie and I hear was a lot of changes this season. No, I cannot provide you info about it because, like I say, I'm more like a PvE player. But this, I watch a caption about there in that platform about somebody saying who was the easy class to kill, and I was like, why you title your video like that? But it's about there if you want to check it.
Welcome to the
But
party,
yeah.
pal.
Now the big activity I got right now here in the theater is just dance on the center stage. So,
Welcome to the party, pal.
not as lacking though. Yeah, I'm a PvE player. I play Delves right now a lot for get the Bolt, something every week, and sometimes Mythics. I'm planning to do the Mythic Plus journey too. Didn't start yet though. I always wait when the season starts. I don't have any rush about it. Are you right? Okay. And here I am. Like I say, I didn't.
Dream of Morning says, have you already done the underpin on since you play Delves?
I'm gonna do that. I'm planning to do that soon, because in the first season, what happened? I I played the Cervic in the last week of the season. Happily, I was able to defeat him. But yeah, I want to try the underpin before that. I don't want to be rushed like that. Yeah, apparently, supposedly the underpin is simpler than Ceric. Ceric, that was his name. I never forgot his name. And but yeah, I'm gonna try that. A lot of bombs, you know, and avoid, and that's the.
Lands beyond.
But yeah, I'm gonna try that soon. I feel a little bit jelly when I see people with the golden mount. But I didn't try that so much, you know.
Dream Off Morning says for me underpin was easier than Zekra.
Was easier? Yeah, that's the comments that I heard. You know, I was watching some content creators about that, and that was the general comment about, you know, if you could do, you know, Cervic, you're not gonna have problem with the underpin, you know. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna try that. But yeah, I want to get that, you know, the usual let me solo him, and the real deal title. I guess that's the title that people get. Yeah, and now I just play 11s now in the Dells. The only thing that I have left there is try with a healer, since I'm not a healer player by any means. But I'm gonna try to do that in Holy Pally, because Pally is the class that usually I play. I tank in Mythic, and I use DPS in when I play Cervic. I use Retribution. The melee kind is simpler. Just took me a lot of practice, you know, getting there. So, with what class you play against? Do you try the underpin too? You have that one now in the back. Usually in the seasons, I slack a little bit in the beginning. I'm not in a rush.
I must sail home. These
Dream Off Morning says I did underpin on Fury, I did Zekvar on BM.
Oh, you didn't BM.
I see the wisdom.
I tried that with my hunter, and I was like, I prefer melee. Got me really, you know, the frontal cones. That got me with my, and I tried to cheese with the frozen traps, the ads. In the beginning of the season, was able to do it, but apparently they Blizzard hotfix that. When I tried to do that with my hunter, I got destroyed, like big time. And I was like, better do it with my pally. And this is what I did. I saw what they're here in my channel, the video about it. So I just put 1 minute of that. Nobody wants to watch all of that. All the circus about it. And mostly because since I play as a clicker, you know, a lot of people are just like, why are you playing like that? Because it's how I'm used to. So I got that one. What else?
Dream Off Morning says, what does clicker mean?
Well, what happened is that when, as you can see in my screen, I use the mouse to click in the powers that I have in my action bars, right? That's what in the community they call a clicker, you know, because you click with your mouse in the action bar. When a lot of people nowadays, they use, you know, game mouse pads or the MMO mouse to use the buttons in the side and use keybinds and all that jazz. I don't use keybinds. You're always gonna be, for example, if I show you right now, let me find a target. Say, for example, if I wanna find this, you're gonna see my mouse moving and I'm clicking, right? I don't use keyboard most. My keyboard usually is for movement only. See? So it's what I do. So you can see when I'm. And a lot of players in WoW doesn't like that, you know, because they're used to playing another way.
Dream Moth Morning says, can you do that in speed with your rotation? Or do you struggle with wasting cooldown time?
No, I don't waste cooldown time. I don't waste cooldown. Like I say, I'm used to do that since I started to play WoW in a while. You know, I'm very visual interactive, if you know what I mean. And like I say, I had a lot of people in my window in chat saying, hey, why you don't use an MMO mouse or a gamepad? And I was like, because I'm not used to. And I always, I guess for myself, it's that I came from a generation of gamers that being extremely interactive and visual was a thing, you know. And now change with the technology, right? But I didn't have any problem. I reached of the achievements that I wanted, being a clicker. And for some people, it's weird nowadays, but it is what it is. Everybody has the free to play in the way they feel comfortable with, right? It's like another people say, why you don't try to play another aspect of the game, like, why you don't play classic? Because I like retail. And it's similar like that, you know. And I understand that point of view can be really awkward, right? To me, what happened is that I say even to my husband, that is the person that I play the most around the game, is that I'm really visual. You know, if I cannot see what power I'm using in the game, I think I'm gonna miss, an interrupt or that are critical if you're tanking. You know, one example of those is that dungeon, Mist of Tyrnaside in the first season. You know, as a tank, you have a critical interrupt. If I miss that, the wipe was entirely. And I didn't like to have to deal with that stress. So, of course, I miss, like, what you like. Less than a second to do that. But like I say, it's a subjective experience. And it's in the way that I'm more comfortable with to do. So you play with your keyboard with K-bands and all that stuff too? I mean, not like me, like another players. Let's see this. I'm just doing some world quest to open a special.
Dream of Morning says, yay, I just play normal.
Yeah, me too. Like I say, for example, my husband uses a gamepad. Use the gamepad in the mouse. It's like, to me, it's like, are you driving a, like a rocket or something? But like I say, I'm more visual. Have the downside and play like that too. I started not long ago to suffer the tunnel, the carp tunnel stuff in my hand. I have to take a little break about playing a little bit. It's just how I have to change the position on my wrist, right? I hear my voice so weird with this flu. Or I'm just now farming keys for my delve. Now the monsters in world are so easy to deal with them.
Dream Off Morning says, are you doing bountifuls to gear?
Yes, I do that for gear. And I'm now bringing my alts to do that. The last week I started to gear up my decay. At the moment I'm playing Dells with a druid, a decay, this alliance pally. My main account is a towering paladin. I do it with him too. And after that, I got to bring to AD my holy pally to kind of finish my achievement in Delves. But yeah, it's easy to gear like that there. You know, the only thing is like a lot of people, not a lot of people, I had a friend that he didn't like to do Dells. You know, he said like, you know, I go straight to Mythic Plus, and I was like, well, that's fine. I prefer it like this. In fact, I like it Dells. And with the underpin now that we can call the underpin to the Delves after I use this item that we get. You can buy the item or you get the drop in the end of the. Okay, finish this. What is the name of the item? I guess I have him here. This one, the Web Scrambler 2000. There, when you get to the middle stone and the delve, you put it there and you call the underpin, and you can have another chance for gear. Okay. This don't have any special assignment. This one. Guess not. Guess I'm gonna land. Okay, let's see. We have here, yeah, we don't have any special.
Dream Off Morning says, I haven't done any V-gearing, just PvP.
Oh, yeah, I didn't try PvPs in a long time. I guess the last time that I did PvP. Well, yes and not. Very informally in Dragonflight in the beginning, you know, you have those little zones. Forget some piece of gear in the beginning of the season when the expansion was starting, but not much. You know, I only did the 10 kills and then go out of world PvP. And I guess was kind of more fun in battle for Azeroth, but was for the world quest too. But then when they changed the system, right, the PvP is PvP gear and PvE is PvE, then a lot of PvE players lost interest about it, and PvP players focus on that because that's their game, right? In the beginning, it was a mix of everything, right? But kind of, not totally, but kind of, and that changed. And now I guess both communities are really like separated from each other. Sometimes I trip in random groups or pug groups with people with PvP gear. It's easy to detect them because you check the trinkets, and with this add-on O item level, you can see the gear of the people on your team without, you
Dream
know.
Off Morning says PvP is kinda deader and the queues are like 30 minutes on average.
Oh, jeez. Even the solo queue, that's a lot. But you know what? Kind of the same issues having PvE with DPS players when they have to apply to groups. You know, in Mythic Plus specifically. Raids, I don't know. I avoid totally play raids. It's too much people, too much organization for my game playing. You know, I prefer a dungeon that take me 30, 35 minutes at the best round, and then I don't see you again ever. Sometimes groups, and And I guess Blizzard had to do certain nerfs for the raids too, but the best gear is in the raid too. So
Drumorph Morning says, yay, this is for DPS to healers fast queues. Tanks don't exist other than Sumprat Warrior.
yeah, well, you know what? Because in PvP, tanks are not, I guess, for the community, needed in arenas, battleground, and all that stuff. People prefer damage. And when you, a few times that I play random groups, for what it was, I guess in Christmas. In Christmas, I play a little bit PvP for reach an achievement. You have to do 50 kills or a Christmas achievement or something like that. And I went there, and I went in my spec. Man, I got scream at. The people of my group in a random battleground, they were screaming at me. Say, what are you doing here? You're a tank. Change your spec. And I'm like, I'm just here, just in a random group to get something. And they were not happy. People in my window saying, you're going to make us lose, la la la, you don't have the right thing wearing, you don't have this, you don't have that. Was kind of hostile, the environment. To me because I went as a protpala. I got somebody insulting me. And I was like, oh, wow, pretty spicy.
Drumorph Morning says, I can imagine.
Yeah, I got like, I'm not somebody that get like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, wow, pretty spicy. Well, you know what, buddy? You're stuck with me. Unless you talk with the leader and the leader kick me out, right? But the leader was like, whatever. You know what? But yeah, people get really spicy about it, you know? And that's the reason, I guess, tanks are not, needed, or like the difference in PvE, right? And usually in PvP, people run in groups, right? I see kind of rare see a PvP player running alone. If it is running alone, it's a bait. I only know that because we did that in battle for Azeroth and random groups to get certain zones, when you have to go to Mechagon to kill people, or, in the desert or something. And but yeah, they were. I guess the time that I play more PvP than ever was in
Morning
Warlords of
says
Draenor.
tanks are fine as long as they are meta. Last season, Pert Warrior was good at one point.
Drumorph Morning says, and it was just thought of another DPS.
Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, well, there you go. And well, like I say, I think it's a spicy community. I guess the last time that I played a lot of PvP, a lot, was in Warlords of Draenor. But Warlords of Draenor, when Ashram became a battleground, was the new battleground they dropped there, I guess. Was not new, I guess, was the battleground there. And I level all of my alts there. All of them. I play everything in Ashram. Everything. I wanted, one day I wake up, I want to play a mage. I just go. In fact, it was a funny story when my husband there, because he didn't do PvP at all, and I was new in the game quoting, and quoting because I was on and off just leveling characters, and I was in another MMO game too, and one day I log in and I say, hey, I read somewhere about a place called Ashram. What is that? And he's like, I don't know. Maybe it's a PvP thing. And I was like, okay, I'm going to check that. And that day he was working. And that day I didn't have to go work that day. And I tried that. And when he got back from work, I was like, look, I went to Ashram, and in what happened, I was like, I know, I died a lot. And he's like, and so why you're in a good mood if you die a lot? And I was like, because I got a good piece of gear. I guess in that time it was 300 something. And he was like, what? No way. And I was like, yeah. The only thing that you have to get used to die a lot. In that time, in Ashran, you have to stand in the close to the, for example, you are horde to the alliance base, right? You have the flag and all that stuff. But where this thing that in the horde group, they put all the DKs to pull to the group, all the healers. That was pretty epic. They were with the ghost hand, right? And ghost hand, I can't remember what the name in there. And they pull all the healers on another side, and they in that and there was started to be this thing. It's like, oh well, those groups were like, these groups they were always PvPers and use those strats, right? And that was fun. And like I say, and I went with a mage, and then I went to a shaman, then I wanted to heal, and crazy stuff like that. And that time I enjoy a lot of PvP because it was the first time that I got like decent item level gear. Because like I say, I was just I got bored to be leveling all the time, and I was like, I want to do something else. And I tried dungeons, I tried PvP, and I guess in Pandaria started pet battles, I guess. I tried pet battles, I tried everything. I'm always curious about the new things that the game had to bring, Even when I take breaks from the game, I always get back, The last break that I took was in Dragonfly.
Dream Off Morning says, what's the other Mo?
I used to play in that time. Well, technically, it's not an MMO, more like a social game, Second Life. In 2007, 2009, 2010, that was a really big game out there. And I came from a big community there, and I used to get back there. It's still around that game though, but I changed a lot.
Dream Off Morning says never heard of it.
Well, it's out there, but now it's more like a social game. The difference is that there, the communities build themselves in that time. For example, we used to play PvP there, with a system that were created for a developer that were there. In that time, Linden Labs was the studio that took care of that. In fact, Second Life celebrates his 30th anniversary? 25? 20th anniversary, I guess. And it's out there. You could create, different avatars. You wanted to be there, whatever you wanted. When Meta came with the Sims game, I was like, what? Second Life, really? Second Life had that before. And but now, I guess in the pandemic, they become really, really. See, for example, I'm gonna show you here. This is the kinds of avatars that you can create there.
Welcome to the party, pal.
That's the reason your world, your imagination, and they are like since 2006 is this place. I used to play that.
Welcome to the party, pal.
In that time was different too. We have to deal with a lot of pink and all that stuff, but
Dream Off Morning says the game is older than me.
Yes, that was incredible. That's a fun fact about myself. There is where I met my husband. We were friends, then boyfriend and girlfriend, we started to date, and then after that we got married. We met each other in a game. So yes, ladies, it's possible. But of course, like any that was an open game, an open game in the sense that if I want to be a Viking, I play a Viking. If I want to be a Spartan, I play a Spartan. I want to be a werewolf, I could be a werewolf. We're different communities around. In that time, even artists gave concerts there. You two did it? was a concert that we went. That I cannot remember. Where some people and some real universities has hubs there. You know, you
Dream
want to
Off
take
Morning
classes
says
there, you go
that's
there.
cool, but what are the odds you two are even from the same country? If you meet in a game...
Well, that's the thing. We were from different countries. I say we were because now I have the citizenship here, right? But not so far away, you know. But we played together for years. You know, we're not like, you know, I met you. I like, no. We were like for years around the same community. You know, and then suddenly we started to communicate more often, you know, because we started to play in the same community. Like I say, it's different communities there. Was really big in the decade 2000 to 2007 to 2012 was big, and a lot of real writers, you know, real universities, and have a certain presence there. You know, now with the creation of different games, different, of course, it fell in the forgotten side, right? But like I say, even nowadays is there. You know, but like I say, there you can find whatever you want it. You want to find friends, you find friends. You know, it's it's difficult to explain because you got to experience it. You know, but I only can say it's similar in that time.
Dream of Morning says stuff like that makes me think Destiny and Fate exist because it just seems so improbable.
Yeah. Well, I guess one of the things that is important, it's when you meet somebody that have your same hobby, that is kind of rare too, right? But for us gamers, I guess it's pretty much given that if you find somebody in World of Warcraft, right, for example, if you play that, you know, but what important part of it is like not even met somebody in a game, is they honestly and say the truth. You have to be extremely honest, you know, but nowadays we live in a different culture. You know, in the decade of 2010, the internet was not what is right now. You know, we're not stuff like filters. We're not stuff like multi-chats. No, it existed, but you have to be careful. I guess the culture of the internet denizens was totally different. Yeah. You know, now I can say it's different. You know, when I started to play, and you know, in places like the game that Linden Labs did, I met a lot of foreigners, okay, and from my side, right, for me where they were, but they were really nice people. Really, really nice people. I had the language barrier, even nowadays I have it, but before was worst. You know, we didn't have all these sophisticated translators that we had now in internet. You go to Google and you're gonna, you know, but in that time we didn't have that. You know, and people were in games were really nice and really tolerant, really, you know, tolerant. The thing is, when you had a problem in the language barrier, they were like, don't worry, I understand what you're saying. And some people were further and say, you know what, but the next time if you want to communicate in this way, you can say this. And that was pretty nice. And even I had that experience here in World of Warcraft when I started to play. I met in a random dungeon a guy, the first time that I started to tank. I was not even know I was a tank. Let me put it that way. I was just a warrior with a green armor, okay? Because I like to wear a shield. And I tried for first time. In that time, it started to be the group finder that was a big thing in the past. I say the past because the community was not happy about that because they want this organic thing like happening in Classic, right? But I didn't know that. I was new. I didn't have an idea, zero idea about the impact that I had in the World of Warcraft community. And this person was really nice with me. I dropped there and he was like, "Hey, tank, welcome to the party. Pal. Start." And I was, and they say, "Warrior, you pull." And I was like, "What?" Seriously, true story. And this guy was the healer. And I think it's a guy or a girl, I cannot remember. They were really nice. And he said, "No, you are the ones that opened the attack." And I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "You don't know about this, right?" And I was like, "No." And I guess I could imagine right now the rest of the team, the another 4 players was like, "Oh no." But he was like, "Okay, just do what I'm gonna tell you, okay?" And he was guide me in that dungeon every step. And then he told me in the end, "You know what? You can do this better, but you need to pay attention what you're doing. You always start the pool. You know, that's what a tank does. And you have to entertain this." But that was a conversation like 5 minutes. You're like, and like I said, in that time, people were more like, I guess the word is tolerant, I guess, to newbies. And now it's hard to find that nowadays here in World of Warcraft. It's really hard to find that, that patience, because people is living in like, I want to finish this and doing this right now because I want to level up my another
Dream
out.
Morning says nowadays you'd just get kicked and you'd get a 30 minutes penalty.
Yes, I hate that.
Nexus Rift says hi Zolo.
Hi Nexus, how are you doing? Yeah, yes, you're right about that, Dream. It's like, I can understand that. Sometimes I'm like, and some people are so fast to kick on others. The worst one is the people that go together, in my experience. Sometimes I say no. Because I say it's just, a normal dungeon or a heroic dungeon or, a time walking. Why are you going to kick somebody from time walking unless it's being really obnoxious, unless it's making a lot of people uncomfortable, but it's, it is, but sometimes we have to trip with people like that, and I didn't get that in the beginning. I guess that's the reason I stay in the game a long time.
Dream Moth Morning says, I think it's fine to be able to kick someone, but the 30 minutes leavers queue is devious.
Well, what happened is the result of a lot of bad behavior. Sadly, though the bad behavior always being stuff that gonna affect in a negative way and others. So sometimes you get the 30 minutes because you got kicked out from the game for a DDoS attack. That happened yesterday to my husband. The DDoS attack and then 30 minutes of cooldown. And it's like, well, what you gonna do? Well, never, log in another out and play me while I wait. But sometimes is the bad behavior now, and Mythic Plus is that issue too. You have the leavers, people that leave the key just because they didn't like the route. Oh,
Nexus Rift says I just G-quit.
A team?
Nexus Rift says go quest.
Yeah, I guess the freedom of that depends. If you're playing in Classic, I mean, you're not running against the clock, right? I guess when the issue was talking was about, for example, Mythic Plus. There are a lot of keys get scuffed because people are, I don't know, have another vision of what the rank has to do. Then people complain. It's like, it's not enough tanks. Yeah, well, when somebody's trying to learn to tank and you're gonna leave the group all the time, or you're gonna, flame the person just because he's playing a Mythic Zero and you want to finish fast. The last week was a nightmare. And taking account that I play tank forever. Sometimes I roll my eyes and I was like, oh gosh. You know. And that's a problem. That's a community problem. It's not the game. Because we can defeat the game. That's a fact. We can do it with, but a lot of people have another idea about that. Like say, some people leave keys just because, I don't know, didn't like, if one interrupt was missed and didn't even was a wipe or anything, didn't like it. It's just like, eh. Sometimes in random groups, it's a given thing. You're gonna trip with somebody like that. Yeah. And I guess the rhythm of life is so fast.
Dream Off Morning says, I don't have any experience with VKeys, so I don't really know about that.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to him in PvE. And PvP, not sure how that worked. I guess any people can walk away in the moment what they want without a punishment. It still is an issue. And I guess just my opinion, not the absolute truth, right, is, I guess, all this, the bad behavior, sometimes it's a no-brainer. Sometimes some specs get affected the most. To me, is, for example, a DPS player that is waiting for 30 minutes to get into a group, for example. And then they get into a group and the group fell apart for another person that decide that. Not gonna lie, one time I had experience that somebody said to the group, you guys don't deserve any gear. That's the reason I'm leaving. And that person left. What we did, 4-man the dungeon. Mythic Plus. And that happened in battle for Azeroth. I never want to forget that. After all them, yeah, you suck, and you don't deserve any gears. That's the reason I'm leaving. That person left. I seen a lot of crazy stuff in the game, and I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not a saint. I left keys too. But I left keys when I get a DPS that is pulling in advance, okay, and make the group wipe. And I was like, okay, but, mostly when you say, please stop pulling, in a polite way, please stop doing, and they double down. Oh, they need a pull just because you address that. And it's, But like I say, PvP, I guess, is another kind of community. Like say, I think it's a space community, but spicy community. But I'm not sure if there's so much issues there. What is the crazy thing that you've seen in PvP?
Dream Off Morning says maybe it's their way of saying to pick up the pace.
Maybe it's their way, yeah, but when you get into a random group, you don't know the experience of the person that is there. What if it's a new guy trying to learn tanking? They're gonna start somewhere in a normal group, in a heroic group, even in a mythic 0. There is no clock. It's not clock that you got to defeat, like if you play a 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, right? And not everybody has the social thing about I'm gonna try to find what?
Welcome to the party.
Oh, we're a faction group. I cannot queue. Yeah, sorry, you are a different faction group. We cannot do those. Yeah. So yeah, that's that's the thing, right? And like I say, everything is a subjective experience. Sometimes I think I don't know how people have time to type in middle of a fight. I swear I don't have time. I don't have time really. Pick up the pace, yeah, I guess is fair to, but if you want to go
Dream of
that
Morning
fast,
says the biggest problem in PvP right now is the abusers who win trade and sink the queues. Dream of Morning says since there aren't a lot of people queuing, it's easy for them.
Okay, can you tell me what means win trade? No, I'm asking. We're talking about PvP here. And sink the QS.
Welcome to the party, pal.
You said the biggest problem in PvP right now is the abusers who win trade and sink the QS.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, that's kind of like cheating, no? If it is like that, you know, that's pretty bad.
Welcome to the party, pal.
If it's not being addressed.
Dream Off Morning says they queue together with their friends, get in the same games, and the other throws on purpose.
Oh, well, yeah, that's cheating. And that's not being reported to Blizzard? That hurt the PvP thing. It's hard to prove, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that can be an issue.
Dream Off Morning says you can't prove it.
Yeah, that's what Kuman was telling me right now. You cannot prove it. You just have to assume that, right? But must be some patterns, I guess.
I'm sure.
Still recharging.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, the train. I don't like this one. Yeah. No, that's really bad. I'm sorry to hear that. It's always people trying to, you know, that ring and others, but Blizzard must be active there to fix that. But if they don't do that, then what you do, right?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, I imagine that it's hard to prove that. But suppose solo queue were like
Stop asking and get back to work.
for avoid stuff, right? But I don't know.
The X-18B target eliminated. Better position.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I didn't know that was possible to do, man. Yeah, you can prove it. Yeah, it's what Kuma just told me. Yeah, you cannot prove it. Jeez. Just assuming that, right? Run to the end, guys. Please. He's not moving. Okay. Yeah, that's not cool. No wonder why people is saying that PvP is dying. I guess more than dying, it be fixed about all that. Guess not, did invisibility move on. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, she's. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, if you cannot prove it, then it's. But how they can, you know, have the same queue of their another counterparts?
Dreamoff Morning says, there was also an exploit to see who was in the game when the queue popped. So they chose when they...
Dream Off Morning says wanted to accept the queue or requeue until success.
Oh, phew.
Let's take this down to York.
Well, but that will take some time to do it. Well, it's not too much players now, right? Yikes. That's, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Dream Off Morning says it's just to get high rating.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish the ranking disappear from games. Make people do crazy stuff. But who I am, just a little ant here, right?
I need a target.
Another moment cycle. Get freaked out about this one.
I can't attack that target.
Jeez. You get
Dream
mixed up
Off
the
Morning
things.
says people wouldn't want to play if there weren't ranks and rewards for the ranks.
That's true too, but you know.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I understand the ranking and stuff. You know, what I was saying is like, I guess Blizzard need to control more that about that kind of behavior, but if it cannot be proven, then gonna be harder for them though. It's a mess. It's a mess. To be honest, I could not play PvP in a situation like that, you know.
Many farewells.
I'll be always upset. Okay, time will. Because it's not fixing in that way.
Welcome to the party, pal.
All the PvP players that were content creators I used to watch, they went to play Classic, and then I lost interest about them doing stuff. Yeah.
Good. We must have arrived before Terangor and Gul'dan. Naomi is working to bolster the defenses against their assault. Follow me. We will report to her.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Dream.
Beautiful, isn't it? Just think. You're one of the first outsiders to see inside Akindun.
This is one of the most prettiest dungeons, unlike our kingdom.
Strange. Why is the
Strange.
door sealed? No matter.
No matter.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Let us proceed.
Dream Off Morning says what accent is that?
The one of the Draenei's. What's the name of that country? Romania? It's kind of like a gypsy accent. Yeah, I guess Romania or like that part of the world. I will look that in the internet gives you the right answer about, because Blizzard have recorded that somewhere. Those way these ones are the grenades from Argus.
The others. Protector, destroy these intruders.
This guy.
Live who assaults the holy oculi.
Holy oculi.
Party, pal. I will strike you down.
Now we kill you fast, man.
Decimal Scrifix says, holy cow, I made it.
You made it? How? How? Tell me everything. How, Decimals? How are you doing?
She got away. The defenses.
I wasn't around this last 4 days.
Decimal Scrifix says him good just got here.
Awesome, welcome. Yeah, I was not streaming these last days. I got flu. So this is the first day that I streamed this week. What are you doing?
Decimal Scrifix says me either.
You too? What happened? You got busy? Please tell me it's not flu too. Because that's it. Yeah.
Decimal Scrifix says I got busy and tired a lot.
Oh, well. Well, nothing bad to take a little break from the streaming world. Sometimes we need to take a rest. Just for warming, I'm doing this time walking in WoW.
Dream of Morning says, I'ma go to the gym. Have a good weekend, guys.
Okay, thank you, Dream. Thank you for the conversation.
Decimal Scrifix says not used to outdoor work anymore.
I will coil your soul
Ah. Why you did outdoor? You built something?
My master.
Decimal Scrifix says I'm a groundsman.
Well, with this heat, I imagine today is really hot here, so.
Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. You gonna stream today, Decimals? Or you gonna take a break again? Because
Decimal Scrifix says I am streaming.
you're streaming right now. Okay, cool. What do we know about if TT gonna be around?
Decimal Scrifix says no later.
Ah.
Decimal Scrifix says I will play with my brother.
Ah, what game? The one that you've been streaming lately?
In the words of the Legion.
Decimal Scrifix says beach.
Yeah. Me sometimes I want to play Baldur's Gate this a while. I saw somebody today streaming that, and I was like, I want to play that too. Uh-oh.
Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal.
cool. I'm going in my horsey. First time that I see that.
Welcome to the party, pal.
You got there fast, Piran. Three. Molusoctica. That's an interesting name. Alestios. And Brianna?
Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal.
Ooh.
Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, you kill the gordito and then the big guy disappear. It is the same.
Desunal's graphics says not ready for her to turn 6.
How come? I'm always gonna pass, my friend. And to be honest, we're never ready, so. Six. Jeez.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Decimal Scrifix says I want my baby small forever.
Oh. I believe that our parents wanted the same, but you know, and it is what it is, my friend.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Gonna be a special celebration, are you imagine that?
You did it. Here. This is not enough to thank you for your action, but it is what we have to give.
Decimal Scrifix says yeah, hotel party.
Okay, cool. Well, 6. Just wait when he's 16. God, first we can have the same conversation about it. So those are... Wait, that's the second time walking? Oh my gosh. Oh, that was the third. For me. I don't know, I got used to that time when you do one time walking and you get 2 in the count. Yeah, they have fixed that, sadly.
Welcome to
No?
the party, pal.
Oh man.
Outsiders detected.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, come on, DPS. Somebody got distracted. Probably went to get a sandwich or something.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Ah, the beards ones. That is one. This one is one of the saddest stories that I watch in Questline.
I have not
The
been this close
Arakoa.
to her in many years.
Made me so sad. You why they were so broken.
The High Sage will be well protected.
Welcome
We
to the
can fly
party,
no
pal.
closer.
I know a lot of people were mad to Warlords of Draenor, but hot take, I like it, Warlords of Draenor. A lot. The questline from the Frost Wolves, I like it that too. But they're a co-asp.
Destroy their false sun, that we may meet again in the shade.
It's with this one that we have to turn around. You remember I was like, wait, who we did? The solar flare. Similar to the power of that priestess in Sacred Flame. Like that one. You get disoriented. But here we don't have DBM to tell, turn around. Yeah, it's that mechanic, yeah. I could not remember with whom it was this solar flare thing. Everybody here, I don't want to know. Ah, we have a rogue! He's doing his job well. I didn't realize that he was here. Somebody's dead? Oh, let me see if I can better this. Come on, friend, up. Oh. I like to see the dwarf run. I have this little speed boost after kill trash. Ah, it's Sophie. It's early for snacks. It's my kid. It's here harassing me. Just remember, soak the light if that happens, friends. Not gonna happen. Whee!
I need a time. Welcome to the party, pal.
Come on, mage. Just your rain of ice. Okay, don't bother this one. What? Okay. Good to know. Cat! She's on his screen. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh well, they went too high to do the mech. Aye. At least learn, I guess. Ah! Always walk close to the wall. Not so close, but the middle of the stream. Night, Eggers. Aye. Eggers died? How? He's here.
He almost died.
Oh, okay. Okay, he's Natalia, and everybody's here. We have Luigi or whatever is his name. Logur, not Luigi. My bad. This is the bad thing. Why when I have flu I want a cold coffee? Alright. Okay, the thing is still alive. There's some blood in his. You got the bomb?
I can't.
I promise to stay behind this one. Maybe we're gonna have the mechanic here. Mitch. Please. Kind of. Almost. We got the bird. He's disappeared. You?
Welcome to the party.
Ah.
Foot sweeping and death touching.
Ah.
Every time it tries to grab me.
Oh. Well, that's pretty convenient, you know, the touch. Don't touch me. Two to go about with these ones. I'm checking very well that I'm not getting the normals from the expansion. Okay, that's fast. Okay, more incense. I find incense here.
Welcome to the
A
party.
warrior called Magus. Interesting. No, Magus.
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, pal.
A place for eternal rest.
I don't
We're gonna put him anyway.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah. We still have 2 players not here, so I suggest we wait for them.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Okay. Okay, they're coming. Yeah, I wait for them because I'm lazy. I mean, DPS has to DP.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Have this guy. Jump down. They stay? Okay, let's snap them.
flash.
No.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh, Dolph one time get tall in this power. the, the Ancient Kings, whatever. Guardian of the Ancient Kings.
Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal.
Ner'zhul will not hear us. He hears only darkness now.
It's in the crypt. It's in the crypt.
Usually take the wrong turn here, right?
Your undying souls will fuel
Okay, just...
my ascension from the darkness.
Okay, do we wake people? Yes.
Death blast. Death blast. Death blast.
Come closer. Your souls are
Because sometimes I guess the graphics they is disadvised to turn off stuff, and sometimes they don't see it.
just
Okay, then they wait to turn it on.
swarming to the corpse of a dying god.
It's in the crypt.
I guess I use the
Death blast.
the turn where you wanna go to the another.
That'll probably be better.
It's in the crypt. Death blast.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Get down. Like he's run. Like, look at me, I'm running fast. Careful with the burst.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Lovely people. Oh, he pulled the second one. He pulled another spider, sorry. I tried to avoid that one, but I know why. Sorry, friend. I guess I'm just higher item level, that's all. It's not that you're bad. It's because
Body slam.
yeah, what happens some DPS when we are playing time walking, I feel worn out because tank is doing more damage, but what happened here, they are gearing and I have my 4th tier set, so that can make a difference. It's not that you are doing something wrong.
Welcome to the party, pal.
we didn't need the mechanic. That's pretty cool.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Necrotic burst. Necrotic burst.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Void pulse.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Ner'zhul, the real creator of the Lich King.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I guess if the remember the film in the lore, he was on the helmet of the Lich King when Arthas were that. If the memory don't fail me, if some lorehead can correct me, it's welcome to do it. But yeah, I guess Ner'zhul was on the. Yeah, his essence was on the helmet, and then when Arthas were that was fighting against Ner'zhul from time to time. Or wasn't Arthas? No, the new Lich King. Kind of. Okay, we need one more.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yes. Okay.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Everything is soulbound. I don't need that. Soul Explorer.
Farewell, friend of the Grummel.
Okay.
Welcome to the party, pal.
One more to go. Unless that was changed, since I'm being a lot of changes on the lore too. We're gonna close with a golden lock. So with the ogres, how we know which one is female? The one with two heads is female? Oh my, spicy. So are the ones wearing the skirt, I imagine? Well, as far as I can remember, not really. But maybe you're right, you know, because I'm being stunned in the chain. Come on, guys. Careful with the mage, he's dying. This mage is oh, he's behind. It's just panic, I guess. Or maybe he or she put pull. I don't have a time. yeah, of course, yeah.
No idea.
Okay, the prince. I'm not gonna do the. I'm gonna pull everything because we have the mages dragon. Somebody pull. Okay. Because these guys. Yeah, it's these guys. The ants. But yeah. I'm gonna need that you help me to remember the turn with the piggy. I'm in the other side. Yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
It's falling down. So I'm gonna follow you. This way.
I don't have a target.
Hey, gorditos, where are you going? I know a good place with taco sardines. This is tacos or taco car or taco restaurant or whatever. Don't pull the piggy, don't pull the piggy. Talking to myself.
Welcome to the party, pal.
The piggy. Da-da-da. We got a serpent here, right?
Party, pal.
It's a Slugna. I've been doing wrong, right? It's this way. I was about to turn around. Guys, I appreciate some help here. Where is everybody? Oh my god. Yes. Why not?
Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, pal.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the guy who's being annoying, sending out his minions.
Welcome to the party, pal.
This guy. Hey, the gordito, what the heck? can hear me. Ah, okay, that's fine. What? You follows me? Okay. Clear. Yes. My bad.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
I need a target.
I'm trying to separate from you, but releasing a version. Okay. Ooh, I forgot he gets back in heroic. No, and it's like yes. Oh girl. When they decided to pull in another side where the lava is, and these guys can kick you out of the platform like that, and I fell in the lava and I died.
It will be a pleasure to
They pull up together.
I break your spirit, then I sell your future.
Now we have that.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Let's go. Touch my hand. It's cold. Don't know why.
Great because this
Oh no, I have to check that. And I'm gonna have a cow he get stuff that Belarius didn't get. You got what? Jeez, time walking. Ugh, boring. is boring. Bello. Okay. So. Okay, Fritrun. Just for curiosity, let's check what he needs. He will need not that one, neither that one, neither that one. A clock. Rest. Clock or rest. Because almost everything he has is almost hero. Well, trinket. His trinkets are ugly, so let's see. Okay, he got boots. Yeah. Boots that he doesn't need, but the transport is funny. You have like a claws. Okay. Oh, that it. For this guy. So how many keys he has? 2. I guess I have to go to do Gundergas. Some and maybe to
Communication initiated.
yeah, I guess I'm getting up for trouble.
Faith.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Let's see. Oh. King Splash found. I guess I didn't kill all the rares there. Nope. Less. Yeah, I guess I will need some flu medicine soon too. Okay, I was doing this thing about the I 3 I need 3 since
You give that!
kobolds are so cute in this expansion. I never thought say that about a kobold.
Don't ask where I got it! Bring back more shiny things.
Okay. I don't want to do janky questline. Yeah. Trying to find my incense here to lie down. You gonna lay down again? Okay. Love you too. Yeah, this flu hit on us really hard. More on Kuma though. Because he had to work in the morning and then rest in the afternoon. Supposedly we will go to have a weekend outside. Like a little trip. But we had to cancel everything because we got sick. Okay, where are the other ones? I can see here. Sign. Okay, here is one. Let's be up somewhere.
It's not junk.
It's treasure. It's not junk, it's treasure. Left one.
Welcome to the party, pal!
I apologize about Kuma's comments through the runs. He's a little bit cranky. Yes, his trip got canceled and he doesn't feel well. It's a little bit harsh, but I understand. Ah, here is the last one.
We all have our tasks. Back to work.
Okay, so my OCD got completed there. Okay, see, we have shadows below. Okay. Okay, have these ones. And this one is easier. And I can go here with my AI friends.
We've got another incursion, and we need some defenders. I know you're good at this.
It's this one now. It's this
Bartrike's official. Said thank you for the follow at Penis Crew.
Thank you for follow. Welcome.
Said thank you for the follow, Penis Crew.
What are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You caught me here just doing some world quests. Since I'm collecting keys for Adams. For bells, not Adams. Oh my goodness. I was thinking about Adams though. I want to get rid of some since my My ads thing program is really loaded. Okay, these are 4. Hello, welcome to the stream. I wasn't streaming these last days. I'm stuck right now doing chores here. I gave them keys and stuff. Really, it sucks have flu in middle of the polling season. I don't wish that to anybody. Let's see. That is the rest. I'm still in combat. Okay. Nah, not here.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Arrows. Have to go again the usual ones? Sure, why not?
Welcome to the party, pal.
Hello, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Those are the ones that I wasn't able to find. This one. Maybe on another side. Here. It's hiding.
Thank you. Efficiency and bravery are a powerful combination.
Thank you, Vince. Okay, so where is the sun open? Here. Oh, it's the 3 drills stuff. That takes some time to do it. Kind of. You only have to need pending about the fragment so you can have more keys for that thing.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Hello, welcome.
Something dark is waking beneath the hollow. Our defenses won't hold for long. Find the source, crack its lair open, and end this.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the party!
Happy Friday.
Welcome to the party, pal! Welcome to the party, pal!
Okay, so I have 2 radiant. Two.
Welcome to the party, pal!
A lot of people doing the quest, that's good. There's a lot of monks around. Since Miss Walker, no Miss Walker, Wind Walker is really popular in the meta for DPS. You can see a lot of them around. And healers too. Miss Weavers. Wait a second, how much of those I have? I have 6. I will need another ones. Okay, let's...
Welcome to the party, pal!
Oh, it's 5. So it's 15. Five, 7. 7 of those. Okay, you give me a fragment? Yeah, cool. Okay, let's save those guys. I have to defeat this guy. Okay, if we save those guys, I never knew that. I just come here and kill the monsters. I didn't pay attention to that. here. This is for the drills. Yeah. Okay. If we save those guys, they give you shards. Good to know. I didn't know that. Entire season and no idea. Yeah, and those are entire keys. So now let's find those guys. Maybe they're sitting there alone. It is one. Or not. No. The boating guys. Really? They didn't give me any? Ah. Okay, this is one. So I have only one. I need 4 more. Here is one. So that one need to be cured. It's a corpse. It's a corpse. I okay. 2 more.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Hello, welcome. know what that druid wants, but he need put to the works. Gideon shard.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Guy.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Need one more, just one more. Fine, let's kill the big guy. Oh my goodness, everything is spawn around me. Alright then. Probably gonna get more than one shot here. This is the only thing that I don't like. They recently changed shards. And now everything is like, oh, guess what? Everybody's here.
Next destination, the Shadow Sea. Be ready for whatever's down there.
It's a big bad guy. Hello, welcome to the stream. These characters are so simple to find.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Don't you just have to interrupt them after that.
Well done. Shadows and chaos are no match for order and vigilance.
There. So I got my another key. And a necklace. I just wish those things we can transfer that to our aunts, but nah. It's all bound. Rather than the boots and the... So that means key number 3. My last key can be Ashkahead. No! The easier one, it's the farm in Hallowfall. The weekly you get 4 keys. Yeah, I have 3. So if I want to be extra lazy, I just go to Hallowfall.
Someone didn't get the message. These are earthen resources.
I have available to the maintenance. Let's be lazy.
Begin Begin speaking.
Yeah. Yes, pretty much.
Returning to work.
Jeez. So anybody know about what's gonna happen tomorrow with the popular app? If you know what I meant. I didn't hear too much about it. You gonna be sold or not? Hi, puppy. Let me see the hour. Because I don't know. Oh, it's 4 p.m.
Welcome to the party, pal.
4 p.m. here in North Carolina. So,
The lamplighters are stretched thin. For the Arathi to survive, we must settle in lands shadowed from Beladar's
I know.
light.
I know,
The
puppy.
darkness strikes
Just
out
asking
with
her.
threats not even our
Snacks
key
is
flames can dispel.
that time of
Aid
the
us,
day.
outsider. Be our beacon in the darkness. To maintain
I
the key
know.
flame requires amassing a reserve of radiant remnants.
Just let me finish
Search
this.
the area, gather the remnants from the land, or take them from monstrous clutches.
Yeah, I'm not lying. She's been like, I know. In a second. No, in a few minutes. Not gonna say in a second because that's not accurate. Whoever says that dogs don't have concept of time, I differ of that opinion. I always know when it's 4 p.m. with Frey and my cats. Always.
The lashrooms choke the life out of crops and farmhands alike. Parasites to the Arathi in every sense.
There. Got that one. This is the laziest
You may
one.
not share our
If you
faith,
have
but
shards.
your valor is a beacon that rivals
There.
the key flame.
Key.
You have our gratitude.
The joy of trainer cooking. Really? Oh yeah, because this guy was a long time ago. I made this pala, but I never did a lot of work with him. Then there he is. I know, Freyita. A second. In a minute. So, there it is. I have my 4 keys for the Delve Slayer. Basically, I'm not getting up much in Delves. I'm just doing it to get my weekly in this guy. So I'm gonna take him to Dornova. No, puppy. I know, sweetie. In a minute. Okay, chat, since I finished my chores here with this dwarf hitting World of Warcraft, it's time to me to take a break and take care of my some real life obligations, responsibilities. In example, my pets. I hope everybody see you around the next time that I stream. I hope gonna be later, between 8 and 9 p.m. Any change? If not, I see you around tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to stream again, but longer time, since we're trying to recover a lot about this flu. Thank you, everybody. I hope you guys have a great Friday and see you next time. Bye.